A proper good morning to you, my darlings. Very much later, is that grammatically correct? A lot later than I would normally bid you good morning, because it's actually probably approaching 2:30 in the afternoon. But we've had just a lovely Monday morning. I would call it my normal Monday morning, but like an Uber version. So yes, did my double shift at Bamford, but because Charlie and I have been having a few little lions lately, I actually did bar and then reformer. Not reformer then bar, because I did a different class, because I didn't quite get there in time for Chloe's 7:30 AM reformer. And weirdly, it was so much tougher that way round. I don't know why, but it was tough. My booty and the rest of my body is feeling it. So that was a fantastic little session at Bamford. And then Charlie and I had a 2-course breakfast. I had avocado on toast, and then I had my acai bowl. Then we went and looked around the garden centre. Then we went and looked around the farm shop. So kind of like my normal Monday, but just dragged out and extended, which was lovely. So we are home much later than I would normally be home on a Monday, but I'm not gonna lie, we're not fully back into work mode yet. We are still riding the wedding wave, and we probably will be until we get back from our honeymoon, which we finally booked last night. Finally! We're not going for another Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're not going for another 5 days, but we have booked Sicily. The reason we left it so late, firstly, I just don't know how people plan their honeymoon when they're planning their wedding. There is just too much to think about. And honeymoon, like my brain, if anyone was like, what are you doing on July the 18th? I was like, don't talk to me about what I'm doing after the wedding, because my brain literally went up to the wedding, no further. I could not put anything mentally in my diary until post-wedding, but now we are thinking about it. So yeah, I think it was Charlie actually that really wanted to go to Sicily. I'm just like, if there's pasta, I'm happy, and it is an Italian island, so we've booked it. We've booked a really fabulous hotel. We are only going for 4 nights because there are 2 work things either side of the honeymoon that we squeeze it in the middle of, so it's very much a mini moon, but we will most probably, hopefully, go to the Maldives in January, because that is our favourite place in the world, and that'll be our mega moon. So we've got our mini moon and then we'll be our mega moon. I'm holding this because I just tried it out and I thought it was fabulous and that I would mention it to you. So I've literally got the most bare of bare makeups on, a little bit of BB cream and the Beauty Pie cream bronzer, and then this arrived in my PO box. It is from Clé de Peau Beauté, and it is their new Rouge Creme Matte Lipstick in the shade Lantana Camara. Lantana Camara. It's beautiful. It's like a very wearable, corally, raspberry, fabulous for summer, fabulous for honeymoons, and I'm hoping it's going to be pretty long lasting as well, because it could be a really nice, you know, when you just have sea salt, salty beach water, ocean water in your hair, barely there makeup, and just something fabulous on your lips when you're on summer holiday. That is the vibe that it's giving me, and I love it. Super duper trooper old H&M dress, and I've just noticed there's a duvet. Why is there a duvet flopped over the bed? I genuinely don't know, because all of the beds in this house have got a duvet on them. So why do we have a spare duvet? That is the question. I feel like when I introduce these vlogs, it's always me brain dumping on you what I have to do that day. So you guys always just get a little glimpse into my daily to-do list. So today I do need to catch up on some emails. Don't want to go back to work. I will, but it's sunny. So I'm not going to do that right now, because I'm physically incapable of sitting inside doing admin when it's sunny outside. I want to make some chili oil. That is my fun, kind of like the colour of my lips, hopefully. Yeah, I've got quite a few chilies growing in the greenhouse, and I want to look at some homemade chili oil recipes. I will very soon have beans growing in the garden, and I saw a recipe on my Instagram today. It was like French beans with a burrata in the middle, with some sauteed onions on the burrata, and then drizzled in homemade chili and garlic olive oil. So that's the plan. I think I have to dry out the chilies first, which could take a few days, so this might just be the beginning of the journey, but I'm going to do that. What else am I going to do? I am going to start like flinging a few things towards my suitcase for the honeymoon. Don't know if I'm going to buy anything new for the honeymoon. Might have a little look on Matches and Net-a-Porter because it's that time of year. I just can't resist anything. But I think I have some really fabulous, well, I know that I have some really fabulous bits already. So there we go, you're caught up to date. Hope you enjoyed the wholesome little time lapses this morning, putting together my flower displays in the house. Oh, and tomorrow, which will be in this vlog, we have got a really fun day. Charlie and I have never ever in the past been to Henley Regatta, which is the rowing race that I think ends in Henley, which is about an hour and 15 minutes away from here. I've never even been to Henley before, let alone the Henley Royal Regatta, but we've been invited, and we kind of thought, well, maybe we'll go, maybe we won't go, like, let's see how we feel after the wedding. And then after the wedding, like a few days ago, I was like, oh, I'll just like see what Charlie thinks about this Henley invitation. And I read the invitation in more detail, and it's actually in, I think there's something called the Garden Terrace, I believe, and there will be some beautiful live musical performances while we are there. And one of the live performances particularly piqued my interest because after we've had lunch tomorrow, we are going to be seeing a performance from OOTD. And OOTD is the fabulous, beautiful, incredibly talented pianist that actually performed for Charlie and I and our guests during our wedding breakfast. And I am a huge lover of piano, and OOTD plays so beautifully. He was a recommendation from our wedding planner. I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe he is the brother of Otti, who is the frontman of the Soundhouse band, who were our band for the evening. A very talented duo, very talented siblings. But yes, OOTD played so beautifully during our wedding breakfast. I don't know if we have any photos or video. I hope that Jake managed to get some. We haven't actually had our official wedding video back yet. What you've seen so far has been the little preview that Jake sent us, and then all the gorgeous footage within the vlogs is what Kat shot just so beautifully. But it's not our professional wedding video. Let me know if you'd like to see that. I feel like by the time we get it, it might be, well, to be honest, it could be the vlog after this. It might just be like a 6 to 8 minute long wedding video, but let me know if you'd like to see it anyway. When we get it through, that'll be by Jake, so hopefully he might have got some clips of OOTD. But yes, after the wedding, it was actually one of my favourite memories when he played Golden Hour during the wedding breakfast. I couldn't believe it, it was just so beautiful. I actually had a little tear to my eye. But we both said that we would love to seek out OOTD in concert after the wedding and go and watch him perform. So I just couldn't believe it. It's another one of those fortuitous things. I feel like around our wedding, the universe has just been throwing so many amazing things our way. Like the LMS Rose farm trip to the village I grew up in. There is something else that is not confirmed yet, but potentially something insanely exciting is on the cards, but I don't want to say it until it's locked in. And then this, the fact that we said, I mean, I'd never heard of OOTD 6 months ago, but we've been talking about his performance in the lead up to the wedding. I just absolutely fell in love with him during his performance at our wedding, and then again, just over a week after the wedding, we get the opportunity to go and see him play live at Henley Royal Regatta. So that's tomorrow. So yes, a very long rambly intro to the vlog. Did I tell you I'm just wearing a very old H&M dress because it's still quite warm, a little bit muggy. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna head out into the garden while it's nice and sunny, and then I really must sit down and do some admin. So welcome to a new vlog. Bunny. You're a funny little tired sausage, aren't you? Hello again, my darlings, looking a little bit windswept. It is about 4 hours later. I actually had a very productive afternoon, did quite a lot of work, which is good. So now I'm just out pottering in the garden and I'm going to attempt my chili oil. I won't be able to do too much of it tonight because I have to dry out my chilies. So first of all, we're gonna head into the greenhouse and pick some chilies. I think I've got some in the fridge as well. You basically have to dehydrate your chilies in the oven overnight at around 120, 130 degrees. Not all ovens go down that low. I don't know if ours does, I presume it does, but that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a plain chili oil, like a normal chili oil, and I'm going to do a garlic chili oil. And I cannot wait to have garlic chili noodles. I'm probably gonna have that for my lunch on Thursday. So let's start by heading out to the greenhouse and picking some chilies. What a glorious evening. Bird song. Hello, I see you up there twittering away. Oh, it smells heavenly down here. The roses are so fragrant. Da, 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 da. Right. Here we go. Probably doing quite a good job of drying themselves out quite nicely in here. Wonder if more will grow. We shall soon find out, but let's pick away. I hope more grow. And is that a green pepper or is that an unripe red one? What do we think? Chloe will know. What do you reckon, Chloe? Is that a green pepper or has it just not gone ripe yet? Let's see. It's very useful having someone in Team Fashion Mumblr that is so knowledgeable on everything. Do I want to pick them all? Are they going to get bigger? Do you know what? I've just spotted. There's some little flowers here. Oops, can't see. There. And I think they might turn into new chili peppers. Well, let's remember, shall we? There are currently 3 red and 1 green on here. So let's see if we get any more. I'm going to take these ones into the house, and I think I've got 2 in the fridge. And that is a pretty good place to start. Well, that's great. I had 3, oops, I had 3 in the fridge, so including the one that I just dropped. Don't worry, I'm going to wash them. We have got 7 chilies, and I think that should be a good amount of chili flakes for my first attempt at creating a chili oil. Are in the oven, and I have now brought my little bowl down to the kitchen garden. I'm going to grab a big handful of mange tout because we're going to have an aubergine and I think it's called Carlin pea curry tonight, and mange tout goes wonderfully in a veggie curry. I picked every single one that I could possibly see yesterday, and yet today here we are with a million more. The vegetable that keeps on giving. Bad little haul. I might take up some bok choy as well. I think that would be splendid in a vegetable curry. Such a lovely temperature. Very mild, lovely evening. So I've been out watering the plants on the terrace area. What did we decide we were going to call it? Is it terrace? Patio? Area outside the door?
The lovely guys at Brown Rig told us that patio is not the word to use. And they said it's a terrace, so we're going to call it a terrace.
Okay.
We have a Riverford dish tonight. I've added chicken. It's not part of the recipe. Originally it was a veggie recipe, but I felt like after our workouts today we just needed that extra bit of protein.
Lovely.
So it's obviously organic. It's a lovely recipe. It's sort of a curry Don't think it's a Thai green curry, but it's definitely not a Thai green curry. I'm rambling. It's because I'm so hungry. it's just a classic sort
That's
of
enough, thank
black
you.
bean curry. It's got aubergine in there.
Is that mine or yours?
This is mine, mate.
Whoa, that portion is huge for me. Well, it looks delicious. You know who else is having a lovely evening?
I love Mondays, you know?
He always stops in his tracks when I start filming him. There we go. Oh, my filet.
Oh, that broccoli. Genuinely, that's some of the best broccoli you'll ever try. You know why? So, charred vegetables, game changer.
Chili oil?
Stick some coriander seeds and mustard seeds in a pan.
Yeah.
Bit of oil, then the broccoli, and the spices, and then a bit of lime juice at the end.
Nice.
Oh, broccoli will never be the same again.
You had it here first, mates. Well, we finished our dinner, and I just checked on the chili flakes, and they're a little bit brown. They don't smell burnt though, and I don't think they can be because it wasn't hot enough temperature. As you might be able to hear, they have gone crispy. So tomorrow I'm going to smash these up into little chili flakes. I will taste them and make sure they're not terribly burnt. And then we will continue our mission of making a homemade chili oil. Good morning, my darlings. Looking a little bit nude and luminous this morning. Today is the day of Henley Royal Regatta, which I'm very much looking forward to heading to. It is mine and Charlie's first ever time going to Henley, which I'm very much looking forward to. I think it's going to be a really fun day. Just had a personal training session with Simon, which was great, our first one since the wedding, and yeah, felt really good to be doing some weights again. Obviously I've done Pilates and a few gym sessions since the wedding, but this was the first weight session and it felt good. I think I've maintained my strength considering it's been 10 days or so since I last did weights. So getting ready for Henley now, and I thought I would do a little bit of a quick chatty makeup because today I want to really recreate my wedding day makeup. It was the perfect blueprint for fresh, glowing, pretty, classic, elegant, timeless, but also long-lasting makeup look. I, of course, had the incredible Jess, who is the makeup artist for Laura Mercier, come to the house and do my makeup, my mum's makeup, and I think she topped up a few of the girls as well. Saeed from Laura Mercier did the bridesmaids makeup, and everyone just looked amazing. The makeup lasted so well. So I thought I would share a few of what we used from Laura Mercier. On the wedding day, I actually Jess used on me the hydrating primer from Laura Mercier because she told me not to use my usual vitamin C serum that morning. So my skin was just in need of a little bit of extra hydration, whereas today I have done my normal skincare routine, so I'm using their illuminating primer, which, as you might have just seen, just gives you a really natural, gorgeous lip from within glow. I feel like Laura Mercier are known for their primers, their powders, and maybe the eye caviar sticks would be the third most iconic thing, but for me, something that will forever be a favourite from Laura Mercier is their foundation. This is the Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. It is so buildable. Do I have my Laura Mercier brush? Yes, here we go. So buildable, so long lasting. Just gives you the most amazing glow. If you have got a special event or a wedding, then this is truly fabulous. I've got the shade Dusk. I'm hoping this is still going to be a good colour match. I would recommend starting in the middle of your face. Sound like one of those aliens. And working your way out. It is, as I said, incredibly buildable, but you can also create a really nice lightweight base with this. This brush is absolutely perfect, especially on top of a primer. So yeah, our first time at Henley today. As I said yesterday, really excited to see OOTD perform again, who performed at our wedding breakfast. And Henley Royal Regatta, although we've never been before, is just a quintessential British summer sporting event, up there with Ascot and Wimbledon. Yeah, it's definitely one of the top events of the year. Rowers from all around the world come to compete and race at Henley. I believe the section of the river, it's the River Thames, that we will be stationed on is the last mile where all the fun happens. We are, I believe it's called the garden enclosure. The top level is called the steward's enclosure. Quite strict dress code there. Not quite Ascot level strict, but there are some dress code rules, whereas I think for us it's just like dresses and men to wear shirts and ties. So that is all we need to worry about. We did, of course, use a Laura Mercier concealer on the wedding day, but I actually don't know where mine is. I think it's in my travel makeup bag, so I'll just top up a few areas. You could just go in with another layer of foundation, to be honest. It's so beautifully buildable. But I'm just going in with a little bit of concealer just under the eyes for a little bit of extra brightness on my chin. Normally the makeup on my chin vanishes during the day, but not with this foundation. There is one product, if you're looking for a new foundation, or if there's one product that you want to try from Laura Mercier, I could not recommend the new Weightless foundation any higher. I was watching Freddie's lovely vlog from the wedding last night, and she filmed a lot more of the makeup getting done, so go and check that out because it's really, really lovely to see how the bridesmaids' makeup looks all came together. So then bronzer wise, Jess used on me, Laura Mercier have got a new cream bronzer. I actually don't have it yet, so I'm going to try recreating the look with my Chanel Le Beige. I think it's really lovely to have all cream products. That's probably why my makeup was just glowing and long lasting all day long. Oh, it looks like such a beautiful base in real life. Hopefully it looks as good on camera. And then obviously on the wedding day we took Jess took a good amount of time doing this. Today I'm doing it much quicker. This is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Blush, as you can imagine by the name. Super moisturizing, super hydrating, so it just blends with your skin so perfectly. It gives you such a healthy glow to your cheeks, and I loved that on the wedding day. It's quite pigmented, so go carefully. And I've got the shade Mistral. Look at that, such a pretty colour, and it's just got the most gorgeous glow. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I think she actually puts them on my lips too. Ooh, I do love a cream blush. Looked so good on all the girls. Now, I don't actually think that I wore highlight on the wedding day. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Jess. A little bit across the nose. I think my skin was just glowing from all of these base products. It looks on the camera like I've put too much on, but in real life, it looks perfect. And we will, of course, set everything in place with the iconic Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder. I've got a mega limited edition version here in translucent. You can get slightly more tinted versions. And then, of course, applying with the iconic powder puff. This is the secret to making sure your makeup lasts all day, but without going completely chalky and mattified. And the trick is to roll it onto your complexion for an airbrushed finish. Especially good for setting down powder makeup products if it's going to be a warm day or a long day. Love it. Now, I have to be honest, I'm actually not sure what Jess used on my eyes, but I do know that it was a beautiful pinky finish. So today I'm just going to use this Tom Ford palette, which is the Eye Colour Quad in Island Haze. And there's this really lovely light pink colour in the top here. I used this palette to create my garden party makeup look. You might have seen from a little reel that I shared. In fact, I'm pretty sure Jess put something shimmery on my eyelids. But I might keep it matte for today. I'm going to use the deeper shade just in my crease. I was just so happy with my wedding makeup look. It felt very me, but a me makeup look far more skillfully done than I could ever create myself. This lighting is not being the nicest to me. Lovely. Right, eyebrows. So I've got here the Laura Mercier Ash Blonde Eyebrow Pencil. So we started by brushing the brows up. And you do want your brow pencil to be, ooh, Flash Arillo. Nice and sharp to create very fine lash-like strokes. Oh, everything's falling out. This is the perfect colour match for me. Barely anything, just like a feather stroke of brow pencil. And then she used the Laura Mercier Brow Gel, which sets everything in place. And it really did. I didn't have to top up my eyebrows all day. To be honest, I could have gotten away without doing any top-ups, but Jess and Saeed so kindly stayed around, and I did have 1 or 2 top-ups throughout the day, which was magical. So, mascara. Do I have a Laura Mercier mascara? Do I have the one that I used on the wedding day? I'm actually not sure that I do. It was definitely waterproof, because I remember it being a little bit more challenging than my usual one to remove, but thank goodness it was waterproof. You know? Can't find it, so I'm just going to use this Shiseido Controlled Chaos mascara, this is called. Jess did actually use a really fine, small amount of brown liner just on my lash line on the wedding day, which gave a little bit of definition while still looking like me, because I'm not really a liner kind of gal. And then the whole time that was all being done, my lips were being nourished by the Laura Mercier Lip Balm. I'm going to pop this in my handbag for today. It's untinted. Charlie often pinches one of these from me. Just a lovely hydrating lip balm. And then I did actually also use a little bit of my TikTok brow gel just to get that kind of fully set in brow look. Oh, itchy. I still don't actually know what I'm going to wear today. Haven't even decided. I think I am going to do a little bit of highlight today. So this is the Tom Ford Soleil Glow Highlight. And I think we actually used, because Laura Mercier and Bare Minerals are the same company, I think we used a Bare Minerals lip liner on the wedding day. Do I have it? I do! So this is the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Lip Liner, Freestyle Under Over Lip Liner in the shade, I think Freestyle is the shade, so let's just blot away my lipstick, my lip balm. This is great for just subtly overlining your lips to give the illusion of a slightly more plump lip effect. It's a very creamy, balmy pencil, so very comfortable, it doesn't drag the lips. And you could actually just wear this as a lipstick, it's such a pretty shade, but I'm going to finish with Laura Mercier lipstick in the shade Crystal Rose. I think Jess layered this with something even pinkier on the day, which one of my bridesmaids has probably still got in her handbag, so I will find out the exact one that went on top of this, and I'll leave that link down below. But this is a great one for today because it's so balmy and comfortable. I wish this lighting was better, because this makeup looks really great in real life and the lighting is not doing it justice. Very importantly, for a long day, a setting mist. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent Pure Setting Spray, 16-hour wear, and boy oh boy, didn't let me down. So we are misted. I think we did a quick lipstick top up just before I went into the church, and all that's left for me to do now is slather myself in body lotion. I wore this on the wedding garden party day. It's the Neroli Serum body cream from Laura Mercier. Smells divine. It smells absolutely heavenly. I love Neroli. Such a gorgeous scent. So I'm going to cover myself in this, plan what I'm going to wear. I mean, we were meant to be leaving 1 minute ago, and I've not even thought about my hair, so it might be a hair in a bun situation, which is fine because it's raining at the moment. Shame. I have got a hat out, but I'm not sure. We shall see. So I'm going to apply my body lotion, and I will show you the finished look in a few moments' time. So here we go. I have decided to go with the Oscar de la Renta. This will be its 4th outing this summer. Again, different people every time that I'm seeing. It's only actually you guys that know that I'm outfit repeating, but there's nothing wrong with that. And when one invests the sum of money that this dress cost me, one wants to get a lot of use out of it. So here we go. 4th time wearing Oscar de la Renta this summer. I love it. It is the most beautiful blue hydrangea print. Perfect time of year now as the hydrangeas start to come into bloom. I've got my matching Valentino Raffia accessories, rock studs because they're super comfy. Also wore rock studs on the wedding day, and then my usual little straw bag. I've got a clementine and mint headband on. I will be releasing my hair from the bun when we get there. It's just got a nice little natural wave to it at the moment, which is perfect. And then I have accessorized my usual watch, wedding jewellery. I've popped on my Nice Cream London earrings, which were also my little bridesmaid gifts. And there we go. That's the outfit of the day. I might pop a white hair bobble in instead of my pink one so that it matches, because I will of course want to tie my hair up while we're having lunch. And then after lunch is OOTD's performance, which I am most excited about for today. So that's the outfit of the day. Let's hit the road.
Henley Royal Regatta.
It's Henley Royal Regatta. You have to go large or go home. Although Leonora did say that my Oscar de la Renta might be a little OTT, and I said, darling, I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you feeling?
OOTD is about to play, and we are at the front.
Literally, front row seats on the floor. I love it.
Myself and OOTD have known each other for years. He's likes to play in my band. He's too big for that now. He's performed with the likes of Tiny Templar, Colin David, Leona Lewis as a keys player.
Josie and Charlie's wedding.
Music is cinematic, classical, crossover. He has a beautiful orchestra. He is going places, and you guys know him. You can book him for all your events as well. Guys, please big up to Yamaha, OOTD and Yamaha London have a brand partnership deal. Yamaha are here today. Stephen, thank you so much for the piano, a beautiful grand 6-foot piano. I think there are also some discounts out there on the tables if you want a grand piano yourselves. So go and check that out. But please welcome to the stage OOTD and the Infinity Orchestra.
It's not working.
We're going to keep playing some music way. Good afternoon, Henley. Here. Thank you guys so much. This is weird and wonderful. I know you had a DJ before and it was pie time, but we're gonna get a bit cinematic and a bit dramatic for about 20 more minutes. My name's OOTD. This is the Infinity Orchestra.
This is the smell that takes you back.
I love it. It does smell like sweaty teenage boys in here, doesn't it?
Oh my goodness, so tell me about your rowing career, Alistair.
This is the engine room, this is where everything happens from. You've got all the crews, you know, from everywhere, from Australia to America to New Zealand. Everybody is in here, and there's a certain type of smell. There's a certain type of smell in
You
here.
could bottle it up, what would you
Sweat.
call it? Just sweat?
It is, it's just...
Powerful sweat.
But it's
It's
horrible.
The sweat of champions.
Exactly.
Hunger.
No, it's nerves,
Anxiety.
it's everything. And they're all in there just, so you see where the ergometer room is,
And then
competitors only. So then that's where they're all warming up before they go out on the water.
Yes, I
Do they warm up on
see.
rowers or just mostly bikes?
Rowers and bikes. Yeah, everyone gets their name on the board. So if you're gold, you've won it.
What? Brutal.
You know,
I'd rather not be on there if you didn't win.
you know, my name's in black somewhere.
Would you like to explain whose name we've just spotted on the Wall of Fame?
So this is regrettably an awfully long time ago. It's 25, 26, 28 years ago.
Fabulous.
And I'm right down there.
It's you! And we're getting a guided tour of the club, which is quite the honour. And look at this.
Oh my God,
Absolutely.
yeah.
All the Olympic
After you,
names.
we're reminiscing.
Well, my darlings, let's have a little debrief because I have been a very bad vlogger over the last 6 or 7 hours or so. We're currently parked up outside Waitrose. Charlie's just run in to get some stuffed pasta, is what he's craving for dinner. So that's our plans for tonight. Today was just simply fabulous. I apologise for not being a chatty vlogger today. It just wasn't really possible to chat to the camera too much. But what you will have just seen was mine and Charlie's first ever experience of the Henley Royal Rowing Regatta. And I feel like we had a pretty bloomin' well-rounded, we collected all the stamps, we saw so much of the regatta today. Thanks in a huge amount to fabulous Leonora and her lovely husband Mark and their family, because Leo's family, I can tell it's their scene. You know when you go somewhere and you can tell someone is just so ingrained in the culture of an event that it's like, you know, you're in their territory. That's how I felt today with Leo and Mark, and it was really lovely. So we actually just bumped into Leonora and Mark at the Hidden Garden, which is the area that we had been invited to attend, and Charlie and I were so thrilled, as you know, to be watching OOTD perform again after he came and performed during our wedding breakfast at our wedding. And we got to chat with him before and after the performance. Turns out he doesn't actually live that far away, so we're definitely gonna do some fun things together. Such an incredible and incredibly talented gentleman. So he was performing at the garden area that we were at today with a band called the Infinity Band, more of an orchestra, lots of strings, cellos, I think a trombone, a trumpet as well. And we've been listening to OOTD's music on Spotify the whole journey home. If you want a real banger, Golden Circle is fabulous. It's got some African drums in it too, which you guys know how I feel about a little bit of an African influence in music. I feel like Hans Zimmer, Ludovico, watch out, because it's all about OOTD now. He is such a beautifully talented performer. So there were other bands performing during our day at the Hidden Garden as well, which was truly fabulous. And I believe OOTD is performing later tonight as well. More of like a sunset Ibiza party mix, but it was a little bit more classical while we were there at lunchtime, which was of course fabulous for Charlie and I. Really, really lovely performance. But yeah, we bumped into Leo and Mark there, and when we were ready to leave the Hidden Garden and explore a little bit more, we went into, oh gosh, I'm gonna get the names all completely wrong. The Leonard enclosure? Something beginning with L? Leander, I think it's the Leander enclosure, where a few members of Leonora's family are members of the rowing club there, the Leander Club I think it was called. And we had a fabulous view of the races. You can go and have drinks there, afternoon tea there if you're a member of the club, which Mark is. And then we bumped into Leonora's brother, Alistair, who has actually rowed across the Atlantic Ocean, is very knowledgeable on rowing and very passionate. He took the time to explain so much to us, took us into the Steward's enclosure, which is the most exclusive enclosure at Henley, kind of like the Royal enclosure at Ascot. Dress code rules apply. Luckily, because of the way that we were dressed, we ticked the dress code, so it was perfect for us to head in there. And the party was very much still going there. Got to meet some lovely people, and then Alistair showed us around the actual boat stations, decks, I don't know. I spoke to some people that used to, or that currently go to the school that I used to go to. I recognised the brown blazers because today a lot of schools are competing. I don't know how Monmouth boys did, but hopefully they did well. So yeah, it was just fabulous. I feel very grateful to Leo and Mark and Alistair for giving us the full Henley experience, seeing all of the different enclosures. Magical to see OOTD again, it really, really was. So yeah, a fantastic experience. It really was the most gorgeous day. Very pleased with my outfit of the day. I think it was absolutely perfect for a day at the regatta. It was a little bit cloudy all day, a little bit of sunshine towards the end, but just like grey, typical British summer day. I imagine it gets a little bit raucous there when the sun comes out. I think today was probably one of the more chilled days, but definitely think it's going to get a little bit more crazy. Okay, the car park is now full of people on either side of me and I'm getting very embarrassed, so I'll catch up with you when we get home. Hello, welcome to the darkest kitchen in the world. I'm just waiting for my pasta water to boil, and I'm going to do a little display in this little...
Shift your bum.
In this lovely vase, which is from Rebecca Oodle. And I'm going to use, I keep calling these flower crowns, but that might be
No, the technical name is flower spiky thing.
Flower spiky thing, okay. So I'm going to put the flower spiky thing, which has got a little rubbery base. I think this is from Nkuku. I got it at the, oh, very heavy. Oh yeah, Nawaki. No, I think it is Nkuku.
Nawaki, mate.
He's probably right. It's very heavy, and that rubbery base just stops it from slipping around in the bottom of this vase. And then we were sent this lovely bunch of roses and kind of like a a lily, a type of lily, and some lovely little garlic flower as well, from Merit Beauty, which is very kind of them. I always think that displays look so much better when they're wild, and what's that flora? Constance Spry-esque. So,
oh yeah, she's old school, right?
She is old school.
She's no longer with us, is she?
I don't know actually. We've got her book in the pink room. But I'm just gonna keep you on a little time lapse and show you how easy it is to do a fabulous display with a flower spike, because you can just make your flowers go everywhere.
I think people on the video will be interested in what Dexter's having for dinner.
What is Dexter having for dinner?
Dexter is possibly, I'll show you, he's possibly the bougiest dog in the world. Oh, he's a lovely one.
Daddy, don't
Tonight, Daddy, I am having
don't take the piss out of me.
game and pheasant from Dalesford. 50% lean game, 15% wild pheasant, 8% garden vegetables. And he loves it.
I don't actually. I only eat organic dog food, Daddy.
He is the poshest dog
In the world.
that I know.
Oh no, that flower is broken. It's quite hard removing your flowers from the spikes. I might need to supplement this with extra blooms from the garden.
Dicky,
You just basically stab them in situ. Plants with big, fat, juicy stems like this are ideal. So, what was a simple but beautiful bunch of flowers has now been skewered and positioned into this vase with the flower spiky item, as it is officially known.
That does look cool.
And I put
Japanese,
some, possibly, I put some of the flower feed in the water, and yeah, it just makes a little bit more of a bouquet. I mean, I literally did this in 2 minutes while waiting for my pasta water to boil. I'm definitely going to play around with the flower spiky item a lot more over summer as we get dahlias and things coming into bloom in the garden. But for now, it's time for me to make my cacio e pepe.